Today's chapter is clock, and you know that the questions on the clock can be asked in railway, SSC, state boards, anywhere. It comprises of the basic four types of questions you will find in the clock chapter. First, number one is, we are calling it a type 1. In this type of question, we will ask the angle between the two hands, that is the hour hand and minutes hand. Or it may be asked that when the angle between the two hands of the watch will be 90 degree during the 10 to 11 o'clock likely. So we are calling it a part 1. It means that I will deal with some type of questions, some questions in the part 1, where the major question will be the angle between the two hands and when the angle is given at what time. Now second one, I used to call it a direction. That means in which directions the hour hand or minute hand are. Third type is a slow and fast clock. So here we will have given the one clock is slow, another one is a fast, and we will have to find out the time. Or only a slow clock with the real time, or fast clock with the real time. There are a variety of questions. So we are calling it a part 3. And fourth one is a clock in front of a mirror. We are calling it a part 4. Why I am discussing those things? Because if you have to complete this chapter clock, that means you will have to watch the video part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4. And here I will use the visualization process. Through this visualization process, you can solve any type of these questions within 15 seconds to 20 seconds without writing any type of text matter. So first we will have to know the procedures of this type of questions, how to deal with. So today we will deal the part 1. And here I want to request all of you that please subscribe me so that you can get all the important questions of every topic, whether it's a mathematics, numerical aptitude test, whether it's English, or whether it's a reasoning. Okay, then let's start. Let's start at 3:40. That means 3 past 40 minutes. The hour hand and the minute hand of a clock form an angle of. Okay, let us draw a clock first. It's my clock, huh? Now it's a 3 o'clock. So this one is the hours hand, it's a smaller hand. And 40 means naturally it will be the 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. They are telling about the 3 past 40. That means the minute needle will be here, hours needle will be here. So how we will do this math? Look, every interval 3 to 4 it's a 30 degree. Again 4 to 5 it's a 30 degree. So like this, one interval 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the 5 intervals. There's a 5 intervals means 5 into 30 is a 150 degree. But it never means that at 3 past 40 the angle will be 150 degree. Why? Because this was the minute angle. This minute angle travels from the 12 o'clock to here. Okay, and for that this hours angle, it will again, suppose it will advance to the 4 o'clock like. Okay, because after 20 minutes the clock will read 4 o'clock. So for this 40 minutes, hours angle, how much travel forward? That is, per minute it travels half degree. For 40 minutes it will travel 20 degree. Now just you here see this. First the angle was this one, the angle was more, but when the your minute angle advances, then this angle is reduced. This green color angle, we will have to say about this angle, because at 3:40 this hours needle will never remain here, it will proceed slightly forward, that is 20 degree. So the result will be the 130 degree. So resultant will be the 130 degree. So let us revise it hurriedly. At 3:40, the hour hand and the minute hand of a clock form an angle of, it has been asked. So first we have drawn the clock. Hour needle we will put it on 3 and minute needle we will put at 8, and it's showing the 3 past 40. So now we'll calculate how many intervals, 3 to 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that is the 6 intervals, and 6 here. So we will have to, for interval we will have to reduce one, that will be the 5 interval, per interval 30 degrees means 150 degree. And we know that when this minute angle will proceed, the hour angle will also proceed. So we will have to find the exact angle. So for the 40 minutes, the hour needle will proceed 20 degree, because per minute it proceeds only half degree. So we will just subtract this 20 degree from the 150 degree. The resultant angle will be the 130 degree. That means this is the correct answer. Now let us take an example of the another. At what angle the hand of a clock are inclined at 15 minutes past 5? Very nice. First let us draw the one clock again. So it is the hour angle indicating 5 and 15 minutes past 5. So this will be the minute angle. This will be the 4, and this is 1, 2 and 3. So first we will have to find out the exact angle between this. So there is a 1 interval, 2 interval, that means the 60 degree. Now when this minutes angle, minutes needle travel from 1 to 3, that is the 15 minutes, naturally your hour needle, it will proceed further. That means this angle won't be this angle, but this angle will be slightly more than the 60 degree. So we will have to find out what happened exactly. So now we know that for the 15 minutes run of your minute needle, your hour needle will proceed how much? The 15 into half, that is 7.5 degree. Now we will have to add this angle with the 60 degree. Why? We are finding here that the angle is going greater. That means what will be the resultant angle? This will be the 67.5 degree. I hope that the things are very much clear, but again I want to show you something. Look here, the minute angle is the hour angle is behind the minute angle. So we have reduced subtract the angle, whatever to get the resultant angle. And in this case what happened? That Minute angle is behind the hour. Minute needle is behind the hour needle. So what we have to do? We have to add this angle with this. And you know the very much the reason behind it. Okay then, let's proceed for the next question. Let's face the another question. At what time between 4 and 5 o'clock will be the hands of a watch point in opposite direction? My dear friend, just concentrate over this line. Opposite direction. There are the two needles of the watch. Opposite direction means this one. One is a hour needle, one is a minute's needle, and the angle should be the 180. This is the meaning of this question. So let us draw one clock. Okay, it's my clock. 4 and 5. Earlier is 4. So we will draw the 4. And if this is the 4, and if we will have to draw the straight line, that means this one is the hours needle and this one will be the minutes needle. So if it will have to be the straight line, then this needle should be in the 10 point. Then here will be the 11, then here will be the 12. And this we can think that yes, it may be the 180 degree. But it's again sure that when this minute needle is proceed to 12, at the time this hours needle will be proceed to 5, then it will happen the 5 o'clock. So again the question of this minutes needle, which now reached to at 10, it started from 12. That means it traveled how many minutes? It's traveled 50 minutes. So look, we have placed, what is this? This is the time of a minute needle that traveled to become in opposite direction. This is the 50 minutes, and we will multiply it with a fixed number. And which one is the fixed number? 60 upon 55. That means we can divide it by 5. That means it's a 12 and 11. That means 600 upon 11. That means 11 5 ja 55. Again, then it's remain 5. Okay. Then 11 4 ja 44. Remainder is 6. Then 54. 6 upon 11 minutes. That means this is the time, not the 50. 54, 6 upon 11 minutes. At the time, the needles of the clock will be 100% in opposite direction. So look here what we have done. We have considered the travel minutes of your minute hand. Okay, and after that we have multiplied a fixed number, that is 60 upon 55. Now let us go for the another question. At what time in minutes between 7 and 8 o'clock the hands of clock will coincide each other? Exactly what we mean by the coincide? Coincide means this is the position. Suppose it's a hour hand, a minute's hand, and suppose it's a hour hand. They will in the same direction, and the angle between them is 0. The angle between these two angles will be the 0. Now it has been asked about the 7 and 8 o'clock. So now it's a 6, and this one is the position of the 7. Though it had been asked that 7 and 8 o'clock, but we will just think the earlier position. This one is the minute hand and this one is the hour hand. So again what we will have to think, how many minutes the minute hand traveled. The minute hand started from here 12, that it traveled here, that means 35 minutes. The minutes hand traveled for the 35 minutes, and we will have to multiply the same with a fixed number, what we know, the 60 by 55. That means if we'll divide by 5, then it will be the 12, it will be the 11, and if we multiply 35 with 12, 35 10 ja 350, 35 2 ja 70, so 350 plus 70, it occurs 420. Though the number is very good, very lovely number, 420, aha, kya baat hai, very, very good number. Okay, now 420 upon 11, so how many times it will go? 420, 3 times, that means 11 3 ja 33, what remain in hand? 9, 11 8 ja 88, what remain in hand? 2, so 38 by 2 11 minute, 2 upon 11 minute. This is will be the exact time when both the hand of the watch will coincide. I hope that now the things are very much clear. Today in the part 1 we have learned about the angle between the hands of a clock, and when the angle is given, how to find the exact time. Now there is a part 2, part 3, part 4 where we will deal the various types of questions of the clock. So I hope that you subscribe the things so that